I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it freezes. That's the first time it's frozen a second time during a stream. So I'll have to really look into it, what I've done. That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Sure it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Here, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and I lick her index finger in return. Kate! Did you just really do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If it's not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Kate. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. You should still cover it. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cutting through the chipping like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. I think it's just... I know it has to do with Streamlabs, because or my desktop, one of the two, because I've used it for something else on my laptop, and it didn't freeze at all. So, and that was with the OBS system. So, it's something. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbon, we lay them out side by side. It looks better than expected, and we will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thing you're coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Okay, let's do this. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups up too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring them back into the room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Oh, does she have cut marks? Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or something? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablet, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium in the front of the classroom. How neat. What are you going to write? Well, it would be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like an art class project we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if it feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it like that. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's just something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if you and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unusual paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rushed out and fetched a small towel, then dampened it with hot water. I returned to my room and kneeled back down in front of her. Oh, ain't you cute. Hey, Cups. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Ah. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand. Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Ah. I keep my hand still against Yuri's cheek. Her face. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She reads gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingle sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. I'll have to get to know Yuri more to agree with you on all that. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I instantly retrieved my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here than have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event eve starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Huh? You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done right. Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little more downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so. You're very thoughtful, Cade. Yuri takes a step close to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kinda like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Hi, Cade. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Cade. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so... That's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Yeah, so... I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know. How much fun you were having with Yuri. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Cade? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? If you're not old enough to have figured out what love is yet, then you are dumb. It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sorry, don't say that. It's true, Cade. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monika was right. I should just... Monika? Monika was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Cade. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Cade. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. That's not healthy. That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I set my hand down Sayori's arm and squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. I'm not going to say I love you. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monika told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Clarice forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori. It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. So I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing. You're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Cade. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So her smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. Oh, screaming. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more I could have done. Most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Like, I know toxic relationships, and saying you love someone because you're scared like they might kill themselves is not healthy. And the thing is, if someone kills themselves because you won't date them, it's not because of you. It has nothing to do with you. That's someone who has trauma and pain that they are not. Let's go back with restraint too. You have to face trauma, and when we don't, things get worse. But it is never someone's fault. Because staying with someone or loving someone just so they don't take their own lives is not a healthy relationship, and it's only more damaging to one of the other. It's like to the other person. Oh, it definitely does. But it also sucks to have stalkers who you kind of wish would have taken that route. I know, been there. I know that sounds dark, but being hospitalized by a stalker versus them just letting me walk away and they can go deal with their own emotion would have been so much nicer. So much nicer. Okay, but we're gonna stop there on that depressing note of my life history. I'm gonna save because I'm going to take a break because this is a lot of talking. Obviously, oops, I didn't mean me to save there, but okay. I'll just leave there. And we are going to now take a break, or I am. And I'm going to go check my dinner and see if I can get my lips to stop being so numb. Alright, so thank you for watching the start of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It's supposed to be depressing and dark, we'll see. So far, it's... Apparently my computer's making sounds. Alright, okay. See you later.